hey, I just want to come by for a party. For that is a high risk for us. And in that case, we have the ability to reject that guest. So we do a vigorous screening.
We're going to take heat in the comments. Anytime investors are talking about making money in real estate, everyone's like, boo, you're, never going to work and the market's going to crash 70% and
Greedy
you're going to lose everything.
landlords.
So just prepare for that when you read the comments. Okay. I'm just letting you know, Trey.
All right.
But tenant management, right? So Airbnb, I mean, there's no landlord tenant board. So that's awesome. But what about other tenant issues and stuff like that? Like there's tenant problems. We got a landlord tenant board issue in Ontario. So how is that a risk that you mitigate?
So for short-term rental, they're there for, the maximum a month and they leave, right? So as long as, usually we vet the tenants that are coming through our property. So they have to have a good standing based on other reviews from other hosts. So then there's a very tight-knit community that we sort of look out for each other. So if someone leaves a mess or damages the property, we want to, you know, ensure that other hosts would be honest enough to give an honest review to the guests that say, this is not the profile of a short-term rental guest that we should keep in our community. So because of that mentality, we try to protect each other. So that's one screening. Second screening is if they're bringing a pet or anything, or if they have a long-term stay, we take a deposit. So let's just say they pay for their stay. And if it's a long-term stay, we take a damage deposit. Or if they bring in pets, we take a deposit. So that way, for the most part, the customers who are willing to give a deposit, they're very, very good guests because they're like, I want my money back. So they're very like cautious to the point where they'll be like, look, there's a dent in the wall. I'm showing proof that it's not me, right?
Mhm.
It becomes that sort of like accountability. And then thirdly, sometimes we also sign a lease with them, a short-term lease. If they're staying for beyond 30 days, we want to ensure that, hey, you're here to visit. You don't live here. You don't live in Cornwall. So the majority of our guests, if there's a red flag, would be someone from Cornwall saying, hey, booking the same night. Hey, I just want to come by for a party. Or, so
Mm.
for that is a high risk for us. Then in that case, we have the ability to reject that guest. So we do a vigorous screening.
But short-term rentals too, though, I mean, you can just like they're the tenancy laws don't cover them, right? So Residential
Yeah.
Tenancies Act don't cover them. So you can just be like, send in the police, like get out of my
Yeah, we
house.
can send in the police,
Yeah.
but
But
that's
what about
had
long term? What about long term?
long term
Like, yeah.
in
Like, have you
in Cor-
had long-term rentals where you've had issues with tenants?
yes, we did.
Yeah.
We always do.
Right. And so, like, how do we navigate that? Because I think that's the fear. I had a client call me. Well, we've been talking for a while, but yesterday we talked, and it was, I'm getting out of the rental market. I'm going to sell my rentals, and then he's talking about pre-construction. I was like, whoa, let's slow down a little bit here before he, got
Yeah.
excited. But
Give him my number.
the long-term rental issues that landlords face in Ontario right now are insane. Like I'm in all the landlord groups
So
reading
dumb.
2 years to get your eviction.
Yes,
Like it's just insane.
So dumb.
yeah. So my friend, yeah, it's very tough right now, especially in the GTA. As we know, there's like still 8 months or so wait.
Mm-hmm.
My friend actually just had her hearing, and she waited for a year, and she was $40,000 in rent arrears.
In the
And
GTA.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they threw her case out because there was a typo on the application. So she was so upset. And
Yeah.
I hear these stories all the time. So for us,
What?
I think we do face
Crazy,
those
right?
challenges in
What?
Yeah.
Cornwall.
Another year.
What was the typo? Do you know what the actual typo was?
I have no idea.
Like how fucking stupid is that? That you could wait that long, get that fucked, and on top of it, the system fucks you a little more right at the end,
Yeah.
right? What
Yeah.
is this shit?
Reapply. Case
And then
dismissed.
how long does it take to get the next scheduled hearing, right? Because of the typo. And then
Yeah.
imagine how many typos have got through the cracks, for God's sakes. Like that just seems absolutely unfair and ridiculous. Has this person like been at the tribunal before, pissed off a judge or something?
Yeah, it's been a long, long process for them. And I just feel so bad that they're going through it. But for us, like we've had tenants that didn't pay. Um, I could give you an example. There was a bed bug problem. that likely the tenant brought in. Well, we don't know, but we were obviously diligent and brought out the pest control 8 times. But after the 8 times, they still claim, hey, I'm not paying. And they were in cahoots with each other. So yeah, they didn't want to pay. So it was an unfortunate event, but that's the nature of the investing world, right?
Hey guys, thanks for watching our clips channel. Why don't you go and check out some more clips? We got lots of other good content somewhere over here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.